Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My complete name is Aulia Tsania, and you can call me Aulia. I'm from A720 class with elementary school teacher study program from University of PGRI Yogyakarta. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, student. How are you today? I hope you are great. Okay. Today we will pick again with me, Miss Aulia Tsania, on science subject for grade 5 elementary school. Okay, on this occasion we will learn about ecosystem. This discussion of the material that we will study is about: first, what is an ecosystem? Number 2, what are the components of an ecosystem? Number 3, what are the type of biotic components based on the how they get food and their trophic level? 4. What are the type of ecosystem? And the last, number 5, what is symbiosis? Now, please pay attention to me. Okay, let's put on the first discussion, namely the meaning of ecosystem. Do you know what is an ecosystem? No? Okay, so an ecosystem is a collection of living and non-living things and environment that interact with each other. Okay, number 1. Ecosystems are composed of several components, namely biotic components and abiotic components. Biotic components are components of living things in an ecosystem. Example include plants, animals, human, and bacteria. So all living things in an ecosystem are called biotic components. Number 2, and then abiotic components. Available components are components of non-living things in an ecosystem, such as air, water, soil, etc. And then based on the level of biotic components in the ecosystem are divided into 3. 1, individual. Number 2, population, and number 3, community. Okay, to find out of, let's discuss one by one, starting from the individual. The individual is a single living being, for example, a chicken, a money, or a tree wife. The population is a group of living things of the same kinds that live in one place. For example, the cow population. And this group cows is a cow population. And then community, a community is a collection of 2 or more populations living in the one place. An example of only community where is the lake, the community consists the office population and a plant population. The type of biotic component based on how they get food and based on trophic levels. First, type of biotic component based on how they get food. First, they are the producer. Producers can produce their own food through photosynthesis. For example, plants. The second is customer. They cannot produce their own food, so they have to eat other living things. And the third is decomposers. Decomposers is microorganism that decomposes the characters of the living things on the waste product of dissection. 2. Type of biotic component based on trophic levels component. First, they are autotroph. Producer because they can produce their own food through photosynthesis. Example, seed plants, plankton, osmosis, plants. Number 2, next is the heterotroph. Heterotroph component is acting of customer because they cannot produce their own food. And then customer, one is herbivores and omnivores. And then comes to make 2 carnivorous animal to eat herbivores, omnivores. And then customer 3 is carnivorous animals that it can serve omnivores. And finally, decomposer and gitivores. Furthermore, in addition of ecosystem component, there are also several type ecosystem. The type of ecosystem content of natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. Natural ecosystems are formed naturally and without human assistance. Example of natural ecosystem are forest ecosystem, concept ecosystem, and rival ecosystem. Number 2, artificial ecosystem are formed due to human innovation. Example for artificial ecosystem our rice, where ecosystem, food ecosystem, and power ecosystem. And then we will discuss about symbiosis, meaning symbiosis is a relationship or interaction between two different living organisms. Students, so that was the discussion of the material and ecosystem in this occasion. I hope in the material that I have present can be useful for you. I hope you can understand the material easily, and then you next step into please mention and explain the various ecosystems that exist around your respective home environment. Don't forget to study and keep spirit and take care your head. See you the next meeting. Say bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.